New for 2022 is the Toyota 4Runner TRD Sport. This gives you an agile vehicle for off-road and still a sporty vehicle for on-road. And it's really designed for more off-road capability, but if you really want more, there's the TRD Pro, which will do that another time. This is the 4Runner TRD Sport. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix. This is the 2022 Toyota 4Runner TRD Sport. Now this is a new trim level for this year. There are other trim levels including the Pro, which we'll do separately because that's a true off-road vehicle. This is a good agile mix of on-road and off-road, and it has a lot of nice safety features which are standard. And that's what Toyota's always done, that Toyota safety sense. On the higher trim levels you can buy additional safety features, but this vehicle offers quite a bit. This is the 5th generation 4Runner, and there are some things to show that this is a TRD, starting with the hood scoop, standard LED headlights, and driving lights. You can notice that the front end of the TRD Sport is a bit more aggressive as well. Now going along to the side, you can see that this vehicle offers a little bit more of an aggressive tire. This vehicle rides on Yokohama all-season tires. These are alloy and they're 20-inch wheels. Now there are different wheels and different tires depending upon which trim level you're looking at. Standard on all TRD Sports and 4Runners is the roof rack. Again, you've got that TRD Sport logo just to remind everyone that you're driving a pretty cool truck. Coming around to the back, you've got that 4Runner logo and the ability to lock and unlock the vehicle from here. Also Class 3 hitch, and the wiring is standard on this vehicle. Standard is the integrated hitch as well as the wiring, and this is good for up to 5,000 pounds. When it comes to visibility, this vehicle has a really high seating position which allows you to see pretty good. The windshield is a little bit small, but the sill height is good. But sometimes it's difficult to see when you're off-road. There is no separate camera mode, but when you put the vehicle in reverse, there are strategically placed cameras so that you don't hit any rocks. Of course, when you hit the TRD Pro, it's a whole different animal and you're going to have additional camera shots. But right now what you have is your around view, your forward, and your back. And that's really good. Although the picture is not crystal clear, it does give you the information that you need. The 4Runner can seat up to 7 people. We have the 2-row version, which seats 5 people. 8-way power seats on the driver's side, as well as 2-way lumbar. On the passenger seat, you have 4-way power. There is no lumbar on the passenger sides, and heated seats are optional. If you're thinking you want 3 rows, you want to look at the SR5 or the limited edition. Here in the second row, there is plenty of legroom and headroom. Even as I sit on the edge of the seat, there's still plenty of headroom, and I'm 5'8". Moving further back into the seat, there's still plenty of shoulder headroom, and there are pockets behind both seats as well as 2 vents and 2 2.1-inch chargers. You can see there are pockets behind each of the seats, 2 vents, and 2 2.1 charging ports. In the doors, there's additional cup storage, as well as a little area here for a snack or cords or whatever you need. The 4Runner is offered in multiple trim levels, including the SR5, SR5 Premium, TRD Sport, TRD Off-Road, TRD Off-Road Premium, Limited, and TRD Pro. That is a lot of different trim levels to meet your needs. Most of these vehicles have a lot of similar features, but there are some additional things that come with each trim level. Standard is an 8-inch multimedia touchscreen, which also has buttons along the sides. You can hit your home button, your destination, and your information. Although it's a bit dated, it gives you a lot of information. It's really intuitive and easy to use. Satellite radio, HD radio, and Grace Note are standard. This vehicle is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Amazon Alexa compatible. You can see there's a clock here, to ventilation. There has not been a lot of changes. You've got your fan speed here, easy to use, your air conditioning controls, your climate control, and your temperature here. Really easy to use, very intuitive. No matter what size hands, you can easily manipulate these buttons, and that makes this excellent for every driver. Further down, you've got your power outlets and your USB connection. Additional storage, there's plenty of storage in this vehicle, including storage up front, and 2 cup holders and additional storage along here. Now, if you're looking for that off-road capability, this is the dial that you want. It's got your 2, your 4, and your 4 lock. If you're going off-road, this vehicle can absolutely handle it without any effort. If you're carrying skis or something that's long, you can use this button here to open up that rear window, or maybe if you're just putting something in back and you don't want to open that tailgate, this is the button to press, and it's very easy to use. In front of you, you have real gauges, which I appreciate because digital gauges can sometimes not work, but having real tachometer and a real speedometer, as well as gas gauge and temperature, is very helpful if you're off-roading. Now, there's additional information available to you on the center screen, and this has, of course, your fuel economy and your mileage and your distance and everything that you would need, information including time to take a break if you're not paying attention. And again, you can change to the right arrow to get additional information for your steering angle, which is great for off-road, your tire pressure, including your spare, which is excellent information because I don't think anyone else has got spare tire pressure. That is a pretty neat little thing to have. And there you go. And then go to the next one and you've got your location, your audio system, which you can change, your turning off of your cruise control and your lane departure, which I have off, and then your additional safety settings. On the left side, you have all auto window lifts, which is really nice for the front and the back. Power mirror, your cameras, right there. So you can see what's going on around you, especially if you're backing up a trailer. You can turn on all of the things you need, including that rear wiper. Very easy to use. Everything is extremely easy to figure out on this vehicle, and certainly not difficult in any way, and I think that's one of the benefits of the 4Runner. There are a lot of hard plastic parts in this car. Considering the price point, some of the competitors have found solutions for that. Maybe that'll come in a mid-cycle refresh or a new updated 4Runner coming soon. Toyota's Safety Sense system is standard for all 4Runners, and I think that's a massive plus because some brands do charge additional. You've got your lane departure, your forward collision warning, blind spot detection, your rear cross traffic alert, which I think is necessary in most vehicles, and your vehicle settings are here as well. The key is to set what works for you. In addition to the safety features I just showed you, we've got pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert with sway warning system, automatic high beams, high-speed dynamic radar cruise control, blind spot monitor and rear cross traffic alert are an additional fee and standard on the tire trim levels. Standard across all 4Runners has been added the rear occupancy alert. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has an overall vehicle rating of 4 stars out of 5. Under the hood is a 270 horsepower double overhead cam 4-liter V6 engine with 278 pound-feet of torque. Now that's backed by a 5-speed automatic transmission. The one thing I found is this vehicle, foot to the floor. Although it gets up to speed, it does take time, and part of that is the fact this motor seems to be a bit underpowered. It is a V6 engine. Take this across the grass and across these dirty roads, and this vehicle is where its sweet spot lives, and that is off-roading. There's a center shock absorber that cross-links the shock absorbers on the vehicle itself, sort of creating an X to help reduce pitch and yaw by offsetting opposing inputs. Full-time four-wheel drive system that is available uses a torsion center differential. Two-wheel drive 4Runners provide an ample 9 inches of ground clearance, while the four-wheel drive models offer 9.6 inches. If you choose to step up for the off-road or the TRD Pro models, you'll get additional capabilities for off-roading, including electronic rear locking differential and Toyota's crawl control. If you go with the TRD Pro trim level, you'll get the Fox Shock skid plates, a catback exhaust, and more aggressive Nitto tires. I like this vehicle's off-road capability, although it does get 17 miles to the gallon, and compared to its competitors, they get slightly better fuel economy. But is making this an all year-round vehicle for anyone. You have the ability to haul your family, and enough cargo space for the average person. If you like on and off-roading, this vehicle is right up your alley. There's lots of competition in this category. It competes with the Jeep Grand Cherokee, Toyota Highlander, Ford Explorer, Chevy Tahoe, Nissan Pathfinder, and the Dodge Durango. Driving this vehicle on the road, it's really easy to handle. There's no difficulties in cornering, and you get good feel of the road, and the brakes can be a bit touchy, but again, like any vehicle, you gotta get used to using them. You can see why the 4Runner has had such great success because of the multiple trim levels available, the ease of use, and the super high resale value. I did notice that the cabin was a bit loud and lots of engine noises are heard inside the cabin as well as wind noises. When it comes to cargo capacity, there's 47.2 cubic feet of storage, as well as that standard little first aid kit. Fold down the seats and you have almost 90 cubic feet of storage, which is quite a bit, and that's what makes this vehicle so usable. In addition, you've got a full-size spare underneath, and that is of course adjusted to whichever wheel size you have. Nice little mat here and some charging ports. This vehicle is really designed to be functional as well as off-road capable. This vehicle is functional for everyday use as well as off-road capable. One thing to note, that this TRD Sport does not have a power tailgate and you need to use this loop to close it. When it comes to price, the 4Runner starts at $35,000 and can go all the way up to $52,000. Our TRD Sport came in at $47,000 with a few options. Now, the one thing that's really important about the 4Runner is it has huge resale value, more so than its competitors, which is excessive list of the Explorer and the Tahoe, Durango. You've got so many, and I'll list that down in the description so that you have it. The warranty on the 4Runner is 3 years, 36,000 miles, which is pretty competitive to the Jeep and the Ford Explorer and the other vehicles in this category. Now, what's interesting, there are a lot of pluses about this vehicle. It is off-road capable, it has everything you need, and it's easy to use, and tons of storage in the back. The only negative that I found was sometimes it's hard to get in and out of this vehicle. It all depends on your height. You may need to add some running boards. In addition, I found the engine to be very slow. And with a big 4-liter V6 engine, it should have more get up and go. Maybe a turbocharger and a smaller engine would be a good option. But right now, the 4-liter is all that's offered. And I think you should take it for a test drive before you make a decision on whether this is the right trim level for you, because they have other trim levels, and of course each one has a different personality. Now, there is a lot more to cover when it comes to the 4Runner because there are so many trim levels and so many options available, as well as it's a Toyota brand, so you know it's going to last a long time. So if you have any additional questions about things I didn't cover, put it in the comments down below. I will get you an answer. If you are a 4Runner fan, that is your vehicle, you love it, put your comments down below. If you didn't buy this vehicle and you bought one of the many competitors in this category, we'd like to know what you bought and why you bought it. And did you take this for a test drive? We want to open the conversation so that everyone can learn something and you can buy the right vehicle for you. Of course, don't forget to check with your insurance agent to find out what your rates are going to be. It's going to be different for each vehicle, each trim level, and of course, your driving history and some other factors. We have driven all the competitors. You can check them out on our website. The link is down below, as well as all my social media and a link to our podcast, Total Car Score. It's available on all platforms. We thank you so much for watching. If you got value from this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one, and we appreciate your time, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.